What should I do when I come visit is a question I get all the time from friends and family coming to Japan for their vacations. And honestly, this is kind of a hard question to answer, especially if you didn't give me any background on if you're looking for shopping, hiking, road trips, getting out of the city, traditional buildings. You gotta give me something. But if you were to ask me just, Jeremy, I just want you to take me to some of your favorite places, do whatever you want, just show me something interesting, which is not much to go off of. This video is for you because when my best friend came to Japan for the first time, this is exactly what he said. He was like, I'm down for anything. Just you and Elsie take me to some of your favorite spots and let's go check out something new, or just show me what you like. And that's exactly what we did. So this whole video is based on if my best friend came to Japan, what would I show him? So let's start right at the beginning, day one at the airport. If you're coming to Japan, you're likely going to be landing in Tokyo at one of the two airports, Haneda or Narita. If you're landing in Haneda, congratulations, you got the better airport, which is much closer to central Tokyo. And if you're unlucky, like Elsie and I have been for the past couple times, you will be landing in Narita, in a completely different prefecture, in Chiba. And Chris is also landing in Narita. So me being the good friend that I am, took the 2.5-hour train ride all the way from West Tokyo to Narita to go pick him up. Because if you've ever been here, you know how insanely confusing it is to go get your Suica card or your Pasmo card and then figure out which train to get on. Are you taking the Limited Express KC Skyliner? Are you gonna take the regular train? Are you gonna take the bus? It's just overwhelming. So I was like, okay buddy, I'll come and pick you up at the airport. And so that's exactly what I did. Finally only about 10 minutes away after like 4 transfers, missed trains because of late delays. About 3 hours later, I am finally almost at Narita. Okay, so I've confirmed that he has just landed and he has Wi-Fi now. Okay, so it should be out in like 30 minutes or so. Hopefully less, because I don't want to be here that long. I see him, there he is. Oh no, we're wearing the same t-shirt.
What up?
Hey, what's good, man? We're wearing the exact same t-shirt.
How did I know?
Alright, let's go. Right after you're at the airport, what are you likely going to be feeling? Hungry, right? Your airplane food probably sucked. First things first, we went to a konbini to grab some basic food. Okay. Alright, so our first meal is going to be at Family Mart. How's the flight?
Oh. I was not expecting to be interviewed. It was alright. Zip air.
Yeah.
Not too bad. It was terrible.
Really? What'd you have?
It was like... Okay, so they said they would have to serve you like 2 hours into the flight, and I wasn't sure why, but I suspect it's because they don't cook it on the plane.
Dude, that's crazy.
Before. So it was kind of cold and undercooked.
Okay. Alright, well, time to get an actual meal then. If you're gonna ask for my first recommendations, it's an egg salad sandwich, a Boss coffee maybe, and a tuna mayonnaise onigiri. Tuna mayo, normally good.
Are you gonna eat anything? You said you're hungry.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna grab a tuna mayo as well. Okay. I mean, up to you. Do you want anything? I mean, there's always egg salad sandwich, like right there. Or... And don't be like Chris, don't mess up the opening of the onigiri. It's very simple. You take the triangle packaging, you rip the plastic bit down the middle, and you pop off both sides, and it should be pretty simple.
How did you get the last piece off the boat?
Just hold this and then pull it the other way. What?
What?
Just pull, just pull. Yeah.
But my thingy is breaking.
What?
The rice is coming up.
How did you do this?
Mine looks kind of messed up.
Don't hold it that hard. It's a delicate rice ball.
But cheers.
Cheers.
First. That's good.
Yeah, do you want meal? Banger? All right, cool.
It's the texture. The texture's so good.
Okay, well, first meal, good?
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. All right.
Eat these for the rest of the trip.
I'm gonna take them all the way back home and back on the train for my full 5 hours of training.
I'm gonna use the bidet too.
So then Chris and I took the 2.5 hour train ride all the way back, now totaling 5 hours to 6 hours on the train from me back to our place where he dropped off our luggage, rested a bit, and Elsie and I then took him out for dinner at our favorite yakiniku place, Yakiniku King. Yakiniku King is a all-you-can-eat grilled meat barbecue restaurant that has just an insane menu that consists of several different courses they can choose from. If you go at lunchtime, it's 1,800 yen for 90 minutes of a limited menu, but still amazing for that price. And then you can step up to a 58 item menu. Then there's the king course, which is even more, and then a deluxe course, which is like the best cuts of meat with everything at the other tiers. What we normally go for is the king course, which costs around 3,600 yen, which translates around $32, $33 Canadian, maybe like $30, $29 US. So it's very, very value for an all-you-can-eat thing. If you're in Japan and you find a Yakiniku King in your area, you should definitely go. They tend to get a little crowded, so try to make reservations or be willing to wait up to an hour or so. So that ends the first day, right? Just mainly transit, getting settled, quick snacks, and then a nice meal, hopefully close to your accommodations. Day 2, this is more for me and Chris. We actually chose to get matching tattoos. We've kind of talked about this for a really long time when we first traveled to Australia together in 2017, but didn't end up making it happen. But this time, we were determined to make it happen.
That is one smooth armpit. Very smooth.
So after that, we then went to Sushiro. Sushiro is one of the major conveyor belt sushi chains in Japan. It's Elsie my favorite. If you were going to ask me which chain I should go to, Sushiro is 100% every single time. So during this period of time that Chris visited us, sakura are still kind of floating around. Around Tokyo, since this year the sakura was a little late, you could actually go see a bunch of them. So we took Chris to Tama River. Here are some of the photos that we got there. We then took Chris to his first Don Quixote. It's kind of hard to explain what donkey is. It's kind of like an overwhelming retail store of everything you could possibly ever need but never knew existed. And I always say that you don't go to Donkey to find something that you're looking for. You go there to discover something new that you never knew you wanted. And you can find literally everything. So if you're looking for fun souvenirs to bring back home, this is the place I would recommend. Pretty cheap prices, food, toys, skincare, got it. So day 3, we ended up taking Chris to Kawagoe. All right, day 3 of Chris being here, we are headed to Kawagoe. We're gonna show him kind of the traditional area of warehouses and Candy Street, and also some of the sakura that are still blooming out there. And today we have chosen to all match everything. So I'm wearing a black long sleeve white shirt, black pants. Chris, same thing. And Elsie, also the same thing. Kawagoe is just a quick day trip from Tokyo. It's in the southern parts of Saitama, so it's only 30 minutes to an hour depending on where you're coming from in Tokyo. And it's this traditional city that was called Little Edo. And so you will find a lot of traditional buildings here, like this old beautiful bell tower. There's this really cool Starbucks that's kind of built into a traditional building. And then there's this gorgeous, gorgeous temple a little further north with an amazing river that has sakura overhanging, and a boat that kind of brings tourists through there, and you can take photos. It's very picturesque. So if you are looking for a little bit more of a traditional side of Japan without having to go all the way to Kyoto, then this is the place that I would 100% recommend. Okay, so we are now at Kawagoe, just behind Hikawa Shrine at the Shingashi Riverbank, where there's still sakura. So yeah, welcome to more of traditional, like old style houses and buildings. We still haven't gone through the actual like warehouses of Kawagoe yet, which we'll get to soon. Stoked? Nice?
Yes, it looks very nice.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, this place is beautiful. Okay, we'll try to get a shot of the riverbank because I think that's what the signature shot is. Do it.
Kind of hurts.
No pain, no gain.
Kind of like stepping on legends. But, ow!
Keep going.
No, I'm going back.
No, keep going, keep going. Not a single cry of pain, okay? God! Instant loose. Oh, that one feels really good actually. The bamboo ones feel really nice.
The bamboo is nice, but
This one is okay. This one,
those are bigger, so it's okay.
oh, the bamboo feels so good, but feels so pain. Oh.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
It's actually just the first part that's the worst.
Oh no, actually that last part was actually so much worse. All right, you have to.
See?
Yeah, I'm coming back.
It's actually not that bad.
I think these ones are okay.
No, I walked the front and it was okay.
Yeah, the front ones were not that bad. These last ones really got to me.
Maybe my feet are just sensitive.
We just spent kind of the day exploring Kawagoe and exploring that area before heading home for the day. Day 4, we headed into central Tokyo with Chris for the first time. We kind of explored Azabudai Hill area and we took Chris to TeamLab Borderless. TeamLab Borderless is this light technology art exhibit that's very, very cool. It's very Instagrammable. Elsie and I kind of consider it like a portrait machine. Everything is just great for portraits. Everything is great for Instagram shots. So 100% recommend. After that, Chris kind of went off by himself with some other friends to explore central Tokyo for the next couple of days. And then he came back and then Chris and I went on a road trip together. I always say that to see true Japan outside of the city, that's all real Japan, but to see what most people don't, you have to take a road trip. Driving through the mountains and driving through the countryside of Japan is just so picturesque. It's actually amazing. For this trip, it was just Chris and I going to Shirakawa-go. So people go to Shirakawa-go to see this traditional town of Ogimachi. It's a very, very picturesque scene. This wide open plain in the middle of some mountains with these beautiful traditional houses. It's just gorgeous. It's stunning. I know that it's known for being extra beautiful in the snow. So if I had to recommend you go there, definitely winter time to go. So we took the 6-hour drive from Tokyo all the way there rather than taking a Shinkansen just because we wanted to check out more things along the way. So Shirakawa-go is famous for its unique farmhouses, which are called gashozukuri. named after the shape that Buddhist monks' hands make when they pray. And they're beautiful. They've been maintained for around 250 years, kept in pristine condition, some transformed into cafes, some still as houses, and some even turned into guest houses that you can stay in. It's really busy though. It's much more busy than I expected. A lot of tour buses come through, so just be aware if you're coming in the middle of the day, it will be very, very crowded. After exploring it, we went to our hostel and then took a 2-hour nap before heading to Takayama City to grab dinner. All right, so after a 2-hour nap, we are headed into Takayama City to grab dinner. We've gotten recommendations to have Hida Gyu because Gifu is famous for it, and we're pretty excited to try it, right? So this area is known for their Hida Gyu. Hida Gyu is a specific type of cow and beef that's native to the region, and it's their local specialty. And we were looking for it. We were trying to find different places to eat it, and we stopped at this izakaya, grabbed dinner. So we are at an izakaya, and we just got grilled Hida beef with miso on top of a jojoba leaf, and some grilled beef croquettes to start. Yeah, this looks great. So this is yakisoba with Hida beef innards. This here is a dish from Takayama called keichan. It is some pan-seared chicken, very regional dish, and yeah, I'm excited to try that too. So the restaurant we were just at is Izakaya Origin. It's directly in front of Takayama Station, so it's pretty accessible. Definitely recommend. I think the miso with the Hida beef is just okay. It was a little salty, but definitely their other food is great. Yeah, the yakisoba highlight and the croquettes were awesome. And the chicken was great too. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can find a place with Hida beef skewers now. So we're going to head over to a restaurant that we found. We are at another izakaya called Hida no Aji Shusai, and we are here specifically for Hida beef skewers. The other place, Origin, was sold out of them, but we found this place. But this place, each skewer is about 1,680 yen, and hopefully it's big because that's pretty expensive, but we just wanted to try it just because obviously pretty special and pretty rare here. So yeah, we're just here for that. Here's a $16 beef skewer. Here's to good financial decisions. All right. Oh, that's crazy.
That's like drinking beef. It's like juice cube. No, that's too rich for my blood.
It's very rich. The flavor is amazing. It tastes really good. Extremely tender. Yeah, Chris said it's essentially like drinking beef. It's true. It tastes amazing, but yeah, definitely this is as much as I could probably handle. I could not handle any more than this.
No.
But it's good though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, definitely worth a try. Maybe not for 16, but it was fun anyway. We woke up early the next morning because Shirakawa-go, as I showed you, was quite crowded, and we were looking for more of a quiet experience that wasn't full of tour buses and tourists. So we drove up to the neighboring region of Gokayama into the town of Ainokura. Good morning, it's 4:22. We are right now headed to Ainokura, which is another village a little bit north of Shirakawa-go, about a 30-minute drive. It's in a more remote area and higher up in the mountains, and we just thought we'd want to get some sunrise shots. So that's where we're headed right now. We're gonna spend a couple hours up there and then come back down, sleep a little longer, and then head out from Shirakawa-go. So yeah, that's the plan for this morning. All right, it's 6:30 now. We're gonna head back to the hostel and sleep for a couple more hours before heading out again.
What?
Our next stop was in the Japanese Alps in the region of Kamikochi. So the plan for this afternoon is to hike a little in the Kamikochi area in the Japanese Alps. You're actually not allowed to drive in there, so you have to take a bus, and which is where we are right now in the parking lot, waiting for the bus to come. We've got our tickets, and this bus runs every 30 minutes, and we just missed it, so we have a 30-minute wait to go. If you don't have a car, you can take a bus from the bigger cities of Takayama and Matsumoto. It's just a little bit more expensive and a little longer. So round trip tickets to Kamikochi from this parking lot is $2,800 for an adult and $1,400 for a child. So we're starting this hike at Taisho Ike Pond, which is this beautiful blue pond / lake. And we're making our way to Kappa Bridge. Yeah, if you were to tell me that we were actually back in British Columbia in the mountains, I would believe you. Although we're here right now in late spring, early summer, Kamikochi is particularly famous for its autumn time because the whole mountainside and the river banks are filled with orange autumn leaves, and it's really famous for that. So if you do get a chance to come during autumn, that would be awesome. I definitely want to come back here during that time. And if you're lucky enough to, you can also stay here overnight at some of the hotels that they have in the area. This small, short 3-kilometer hike, very, very nice. Surrounding scenery is beautiful. But if you're looking for a super quiet, very private, out in the wilderness vibe, you're not gonna find it, especially around Kappabashi. This is what it looks like right now. There's just a huge crowd of people. Definitely not going to be the hidden mountain getaway that you're looking for, unless I think you really go deep in the mountains for the multi-day hikes where you're camping. To be fair, it is actually like pretty late in the day, so if you did come early in the morning, it's probably much nicer. But buses only start up around, I think, 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. So you'll be competing with other people for that, unless you are staying up here for the night. So I guess that's an incentive to stay up here. Less crowds, early morning sunrise kind of vibe. So all right, we're gonna head down the mountain and head towards Matsumoto. So Matsumoto City is the second largest city in Nagano. It's famous for the beautiful, beautiful castle of Matsumoto-jo. So our hostel is quite central, so everything is really within walking distance. We're going to head over to Matsumoto Castle, which is a 6-minute walk. It's actually directly in front of me right now. And then we're going to go walk around and check out some food places that the hotel staff recommended us. Out of all the castles that I've seen in Japan so far, this is my favorite. It has this beautiful black exterior, and it's one of the true remaining castles that have lasted all the way until now. And this is just a small portion of the castle. Everything else was torn down during the political reforms of the Meiji Restoration. And it's really sad, but we still get this beautiful, beautiful black pavilion, and it's called the Crow Castle for a reason. So we wandered around the area along Frog Street, which is this kind of traditional styled shopping alley. Very, very cool, very nice. And then we grabbed dinner before turning in for the night. The next morning we woke up for sunrise shots over Matsumoto-jo.
Another early morning wake up. Just time to get to the castle by sunrise. We're just heading over there now. Thank goodness it's only 6 minutes away.
And it's just stunning. The soft light, the mountains in the back, just highlighting the different faces of the castle. Just absolutely gorgeous. And then just surrounded by this reflective pond with koi inside it. Just my favorite castle so far. And after lunch at Burger Chop, which is an amazing burger store, It's just handmade, very styled, very interestingly. Kind of everything in there is kind of this American aesthetic. I took Chris to his first onsen experience at Asama Onsen. We are now at Asama Hot Springs in Matsumoto. This is Chris's first onsen experience. How are you feeling?
Real good. Ready to get naked.
This is a natural onsen, so it has actual groundwater coming through, and an added benefit is that if you have tattoos, they don't mind it at all. So, which is pretty rare in Japan. Onsen that allow for people with tattoos to go in are few and far in between. So you take the ones that you can get. All right, so how was your first experience with an onsen?
Actually quite nice. I liked it. I could have stayed in there for another hour.
Yeah, now we're just gonna grab a quick drink of milk, as stereotypically you're supposed to do.
Which I just found out about.
It's in all the anime.
Is it?
I think so. How do I open this? Oh, doing it with my mic in my hand is probably not the way to go. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Pretty good.
Then let's try yours.
Sure, switch. I like mine more. I like the coffee milk
more actually.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that was pretty much the end of our trip before driving all the way back to Tokyo to finish up his trip. So those are the things I would take you to if you were to come to Japan and visit me and you asked me, Jeremy, what should I do? I have no ideas. I'm interested in anything. I'm cool with anything. These are the things that I would do with you. And so, yeah, I hope you take some of these ideas and go check them out for yourself. Some of them are pretty cool. Some of them are iffy, but if you were interested in them, then, you know, I hope you get a chance to go and check it out for yourself. And I'm trying this kind of new format where I'm doing this as a story, telling this, and I'm kind of still developing what I'm looking for in this channel. And if you have any ideas of things that you want to see or things that you like, please let me know. I would love to hear your feedback. Thanks again for listening. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.